Hello everyone, my name is Carol, and today we will explore the topic of ethics and professionalism in mentoring. And this topic is crucial for all mentors as it really influences the quality of mentorship and the overall learning environment. In this session, we will discuss the importance of ethics in mentoring and the core principles of professionalism and practical strategies to apply these principles into your mentoring practice. By the end of this presentation, you'll have a clearer understanding of how to navigate ethical dilemmas, maintain professional behavior, and create an environment where trust, respect, and accountability are the forefront of your mentorship. Let's begin by looking at why ethics and professionalism matter in mentoring. So, as mentors, the relationships we form with our mentees are built on trust and mutual respect. So, ethics and professionalism are the bedrock of this trust. So, when we act with integrity, maintain confidentiality, and respect our mentees, we build credibility as reliable mentors. So, ethical behavior ensures fairness and impartiality, helping us to provide every mentee with the same opportunity for support by protecting their well being and respecting their privacy. We help mentees feel secure in the mentoring relationship. So, furthermore, by modeling professional behavior, we encourage students to adopt these same practices and preparing them for success both academically and professionally. Now, let's focus on the core principles of professionalism that every mentor should uphold. So, these principles include integrity and honesty, respect and confidentiality. Like, always act transparently and truthfully in your actions and words, and respect the personal space, privacy, and information shared by mentees. And always ensure that their information is kept confidential. And the third one is accountability and responsibility. And it take ownership of your role as a mentor. So you're ensuring you fulfill your commitments and responsibilities. Also, last but not least, fairness and impartiality. Treat every mentee equally and without favoritism and provide equal opportunities for growth and support. So these principles guide us in navigating the complexities of mentoring and ensuring that our behavior is aligned with professional standards and that mentees receive the best support possible. Let's now look at some ethical guidelines for mentors. So these guidelines will help you stay on track when challenges arise. So it maintain clear boundaries. It ensure that both you and your mentees understand the limits of your relationship and personal boundaries are important to maintain a professional dynamic. So second one is the to avoid favoritism or bias. Sometimes you have to be mindful and not to give um, preferential treatment to any one mentee, and you have to treat all mentees equally and fairly and handle conflicts of interest appropriately. If you find yourself in a situation where your personal interest may interfere with your mentoring, it's important to address this openly and find an ethical resolution. And the last one is to follow institutional policies and values. Always align your actions with the values and policies of your institution. So this helps to ensure consistency and fairness. Now, let's consider professional behaviors in practice. So, these are the day to day actions that define a mentor's professionalism. First one is punctuality and reliability. It's being on time for meetings and following through on commitments shows that you are dependable and respect your mentee's time. The second one is active listening and respectful communication. So be present when mentees are speaking and ensure that you communicate in a respectful and clear manner. And the third one is constructive feedback without judgment. When giving feedback, it's essential to focus on behavior and outcomes rather than personal criticism. And so encourage growth through constructive feedback. And the fourth one is role modeling academic and personal responsibility. As mentors, we set an example for mentees, right? So we have to show them the importance of responsibility both in their academic work and in personal contact. Now let's walk through a couple of case scenarios. So these scenarios will help us apply what we've learned and think through ethical dilemmas that might arise in mentoring situations. So the first one is a mentee shares sensitive personal information with you. So how should you respond? Mm. So in this case, it's important to maintain confidentiality and create a safe space for the mentee to express themselves. So a mentor should not disclose personal information unless there's a clear risk to the mentee's safety or well-being. So respect the mentee's trust and offer guidance within ethical boundaries. Um, for the scenario two, you feel closer to one mentee than the others. So, what is the ethical approach? In this kind of situation, it's essential to recognize potential bias and make a conscious effort to treat all mentees fairly. So ensure that every mentee feels equally supported and avoid any actions that could be perceived as favorism. So reflect on your feelings and find ways to maintain impartial and professional. To wrap up, let's discuss how we can create a culture of ethics and professionalism within our mentoring environment. The first one is lead by example. As mentors, we set the tone, right, by demonstrating the ethical behavior in all interactions. So we inspire our mentees to do the same. Number two is encourage open communication, foster an environment where feedback is welcome, and mentees feel comfortable at discussing their challenges without fear of judgment. And ethical behavior should be consistent. Um, it should be part of every mentoring session and interaction. And the last one is to treat ethical practice as continuous development. Um, Ethic is not a one-time lesson. It's an ongoing process that requires reflection, learning, and commitment. So, to conclude, ethics and professionalism are essential for creating a safe, respectful, and effective mentoring environment, and they foster trust and ensure fairness and set the standard for how mentors and mentees interact. So, by embracing these principles, we can not only guide our mentees toward academic success, but also model the values that will help them succeed in their future careers. And thank you for your attention, and I encourage you to reflect on these practices as you continue your mentoring journey. Bye bye.